Hello everyone, welcome in and welcome to this week's cleaning video. I hope you're all doing so well and that this video provides you with so much motivation to clean your space. Today's video we're going to be doing a weekly clean or a weekly refresh. I like to do these about once a week, usually like on a Wednesday, just do like kind of like a mid pick me up, just so I could get my apartment looking nice and refreshed. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this video. Alright guys, I'm starting in my kitchen and I talked about this in my last couple of videos, but we've had a problem. Not really, like, it's not that our dishwasher isn't working, but our dishwasher makes this loud noise. So I want to call our maintenance and get it looked at, but I have a feeling that they're probably either A, gonna have to order a part, or B, they might just have to replace our whole dishwasher. So in the meantime, I was like, I'm just going to wash all of our dishes by hand, and surprisingly, I have actually found that I really enjoy it. I feel like it might sound crazy, but sometimes it's kind of therapeutic to just sitting there and like relax and just, I don't know, zone out. I also want to say that I felt like it was going to take way longer, and that's why I never wanted to hand wash my dishes, because I was like, oh, it's just going to take forever. And surprisingly, I feel like it doesn't take that long, and I'm not left kind of sitting and waiting for the dishwasher to run a cycle. I don't know if y'all's dishwasher is like this, but our dishwasher typically takes a long time to run the cycle, and then it does like this heated dry. And a lot of times when I was opening up my dishwasher, my dishes were still wet, even though they had kind of ran on this heated dry cycle. Again, it just could be because my dishwasher is messed up, and I'm sure that's probably why. But I just felt like, think that it was simpler washing my dishes by hand. So that's what we're doing right now. This is my favorite way that I've kind of found, and everyone might do this different. I plug my sink, and I do make sure to wash it in between cycles, I guess, but I'll plug my sink, put some dish soap in there, let it sit, like put some really hot water, and then let it soak, and then I'll rinse it off and then let it dry. So that's kind of what we've been doing recently, and it's just been really working for us. I kind of split this video into two parts. So what I just showed you guys, what you guys were watching, was the day before. I woke up, and this was probably mid-afternoon, but I had been studying all day, and I was like, I just need to get up, clean my apartment, quit staring at a computer screen all day. I don't know if you guys are like that, if you guys work from home. I don't work from home currently. I am just in grad school, so I'm constantly on my computer screen. So I was like, I'm gonna get up, make a cup of coffee, and we're just gonna straighten up. So the video that you guys watched was just from the day before, but I wanted to kind of show you guys how I was kind of doing my dishes. So anyway, now we are going to go back in the kitchen and clean up from the night before. I'm going to be washing all these dishes by hand, and I've also talked about this in my last video, you guys, but I do have a drying mat. I actually got it at Hobby Lobby if any of you guys are interested in that drying mat, but it's just not big enough when I have more dishes that I need to wash. So I use a towel, which might sound silly. I do need to research and try to find a bigger drying mat, but for now this works for us. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to put all these dishes, wash them, and put them on our little towel. So I did have some dishes that were in our dishwasher, we never ran this cycle after we put all of our dishes in and it started making this noise. We were like, okay, we're gonna turn it off. So I had some dishes, or not really dishes, I just had silverware in there. I needed to let them soak in our sink, and luckily the utensils don't take very long. You can just kind of spray them off and then dump them in there. So that's what I'm doing here. All right, moving back on into kind of clearing off the clutter. This is a place in our kitchen that is probably, if any place of our entire kitchen, this is a place that gets the most clutter. A, because it's right when you walk in our kitchen. B, because we keep all of our medicine right above this area. And C, because all of our dog's things are there. So we have his treats, we have his little allergy pill that we give him, we have all of his like medication, or he has some like moisturizer creams that we put on his ears. So all of that sits there. His salmon oil also sits there. So it kind of gets cluttered every day because obviously we feed our dog twice a day. So I feel like I'm constantly straightening that area up. And then I'm also going to go ahead and straighten the rest of our counters. And by straighten, I mean just wipe them down. I am going to be clearing out or cleaning out our utensil holder, if that's what you want to call it. It holds all of our forks and spoons and butter knives and knives and things like that, but it tends to get dirty, and I'm not really for sure why or how it gets dirty. One of like the best purchases I've made is having this black holder for our utensils. I feel like it goes super well against silver utensils. So if you have a gold utensils, or if that's what you want, I think it would also look really pretty around those. I will have this linked in my Amazon if you guys are interested. But what I do is I just will wipe it out with some soap and water. I avoid trying to use anything like harsh, which I think that's kind of hard not to, because you know, you just gravitate toward cleaner, but I didn't want to use anything harsh, especially because we do eat off of our utensils. So now I'm moving on into our dining area. This table usually gets really cluttered. However, today it wasn't bad at all. I'm trying to work on keeping it free of clutter, but you know, life happens and things happen, and it's just a great spot to put things. So I'm trying to work on that. So I'm just going to continue to clear off this. Now, you guys, we used to have this white shelf, and we recently got this new piece of furniture, and this is a great spot that I've been putting all of our paper towels. I also have been putting all of our shopping bags. We try to be as reusable as we can, so we take these bags with us when we go to our local grocery store, and so it's just like a great spot to store those bags as well as our paper towels. After I put all of that little corner away, I think it looks so much better and nowhere near as much clutter. I think we just get really busy in our life, and I hope that, you know, you guys can relate as well. And we just come in, we unload our groceries, and then we throw the bags in the corner. And like I said, I think that we just get lazy with life, and I think it's a lot easier when you just put things away after you're finished with them, and it makes cleaning so much easier. But I feel like we've all been there at one point. So now I'm just taking all of our decorations off of our dining table and placemats, and I'm going to wipe that down really well and then move on into the next thing. You guys, so I have had this bookshelf. I might put a picture on the screen of what it used to look like. I actually repurposed this and painted it white because a lot of things in our apartment are white, and I think it just contrasts really well with books. Like, I don't know, I just think it looks really good. So anyway, I've had this little shell lamp that I got at Kirkland's, and I also had that picture frame as well. So our apartment is kind of like I don't know if you want to call it a coastal theme, but I like very neutral types of pieces for our apartment, and that's why I was wanting to find a good place to put this little lamp and picture frame, and I just repurposed our bookshelf, and so I was like, it'll be the perfect spot for it. I tried to put this picture frame album on this table but ended up not liking it, and this is what the final results were. I have this cute little lighthouse frame that we got in Key West when we went on our honeymoon. I just love the beach. I'm so jealous if you live by the beach. I want to have a beach house one day, and I'm gonna manifest it. I'm gonna put it out there that I'm gonna have a beach house one day. I love the beach, so I feel like it's just so homey to come home and just be in a place where you're really happy. But anyway, you guys, now I'm back in the kitchen and I am just putting up some of the dishes that I let soak. I like to kind of keep the dishes running, and that way they don't get behind, especially when you're hand washing them. Now we're moving on into our our coffee table. Our coffee table is one of those places that y'all are always going to see me clean because it's always dirty, and it's always dirty because we will sometimes come in, eat our dinner on the couch while watching a Netflix show, eat a snack while watching a Netflix show, eat our breakfast while watching the news or looking out on the balcony. So there's always plates and things that are there, or if we order takeout, again, same concept. So I always have things that I need to clean off for our coffee table. I've been studying for my praxis exam for going to school for grad school. So I've had 1,000 note cards just laying everywhere, or flashcards, because I've been doing flashcards. So I've had those over here. And then I've also been catching up on reading. So I have my reading book, we have salt, we have a variety of things on this table, you guys. And also I wanted to mention, if you guys see, this plant has been like shedding or losing pollen. So there was a lot of pollen on my little swivel table here. So if you guys see that, that's what that is. But I do eventually want to upgrade this little turntable and get maybe like a glass or something like with a blue and put there and kind of like get rid of this or give it to my parents or something. I think I love the purpose because it's easy to turn it if you're like sitting on the couch, but I do want something that just matches our apartment a little bit better. All right, guys, so now that we're getting towards the end of the video, I always comment and tell you guys to leave me an emoji. Today, you guys can leave me your favorite emoji so I know that you made it all the way to the end of this video. I do want to say thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye, guys.